anyone noticed the awkward silence in the end of last week's episode. You know, the one where music played until the outro music. Yeah, that one! Let's just say someone had brought their robo-hamster to work. The lair, the secret hideout, the bombastic broadcast den. And this little shit somehow escaped its transport cage and went under the table, chewed the cable to the microphones, and made the world miss what I am sure would be my greatest speech to date. It is now donated to science, for a good cause, I am sure. Okay, cool. Happy we cleared that up. Good midnight, Echelon. Go Static here, still unauthorized, still underperforming in civic gratitude, and still proud to announce that my public decency score has fallen so low, the app now just shows a little skull wearing sunglasses. So, 1 week. 1 week since the city turned basic human behavior into a point system. And what happened? Did people become kinder? More patient? More thoughtful? No, of course not. This is Echelon. Give people a scoreboard and they immediately turn into raccoons with LinkedIn accounts. The whole city has gone feral with badges. Commuters are fake yawning to tank each other's morale ratings. Parents are bragging about their children's obedience tiers like they bred show dogs. Couples are breaking up over score volatility. A man in Sector 6 got denied a date because he was only bronze listener, which, to be fair, is still better than most men with podcasts. And the neighborhoods? Oh, beautiful little civic war zones. Blocks are sabotaging each other's recycling scores, staging litter near rival bins, baiting noise complaints, sending children across district lines to sigh suspiciously near cameras. That is not community. That is Mario Kart with municipal funding. The city calls this engagement. Of course it does. Echelon could watch two old women knife fight over compost points and call it intergenerational participation. That is the disease. Nobody asks if people are good anymore. They ask if the numbers are moving. A man helps you up after you fall, not because he cares, but because his kindness combo was at 19 and your ankle looked like an opportunity. That is what happens when you gamify decency. You do not get better people. You get competitive fakes with excellent posture. You get compassion farming, apology speedruns, grief streaks, cue discipline influencers. Tiny little morality goblins refreshing their score every 6 seconds like the soul has patch notes. So tonight, we continue the madness. 1 week in, the rollout is over, the cheating has begun, the leaderboard is bleeding. I want your calls. Did someone sabotage your score? Did your family stage a wholesome dinner for neighborhood cameras? Did your child call you ethically inefficient at breakfast? Good, call me. This is Cyber Radio 2610, the only broadcast in the city where losing points is basically a compliment. Stay with me. Tonight, we find out what happens when Echelon rewards people incorrectly and everyone decides to play anyway.
Even the rain here feels bought and resolved.
Cyber Radio
2610. Even the rain here feels bought and resolved. Chrome in my teeth, city smoke in my lungs. Raised by bad wires and vending machine hymns. I learned to count dead before I counted days. Every alley knew my name before my mother did. still growls like hunger. We move through back streets like rumors with pistols. Blue lights paint halos on sinners and dealers. Even the rain here feels bought and resolved.
I don't fear men, I fear becoming useful. The towers eat boys and spit out enforcers. My heart still knocks like a boot on steel doors. King of one block, still dying in the shadow of giants. Chrome in my teeth, city smoke in my lungs. Raised by bad wires and vending machine hymns. I learned to count it before I counted days. Every alley knew my name before my
mother did.
Even the rain here feels bought and resolved. Chrome in my teeth, city smoke in my lungs. Raised by bad wires and vending machine hymns. I learned to count debt before I counted days. Every alley knew my name before my mother did. Gold chain on a throat that still growls like hunger. We move through back streets like rumors with pistols. Blue lights paint halos on sinners and dealers. Even the rain here feels bought and resolved. I don't fear men, I fear becoming useful. The towers eat boys and spit out enforcers. My heart still knocks like a boot on steel doors. King of one block, still dying in the shadow with giants.
Chrome in my teeth, city smoke in my lungs. Raised by bad wires and vending machine hymns. I learned to count that before I counted days. Every alley knew my name before my mother did.
Line 1, you are live. Tell me someone turned your life into a bonus round.
Huge fan, so hyped to be on air. Anyway, my neighborhood is at war with the block across the street, right?
Excellent. Local politics with helmets. Continue!
It started small. Last week, after the civic score rollout, our block was ranked 3rd in the district. Nothing special, but people got into it fast. Suddenly, everyone was holding doors, smiling at delivery bots, walking to the bins like they were being filmed for a documentary about moral excellence. The block across from us was 2nd, and that is where the sickness began. Someone from their side reported our recycling area for low enthusiasm sorting. I did not even know that was a category. Apparently, one of our bins had too many jars placed without visible care. We lost 80 points overnight.
Visible care! The jar must feel loved before entering the system!
Exactly. So our building group chat loses its mind. At first people want to appeal. Then somebody named Mads from floor 4 says, or we could make them look worse. Within 2 hours, grown adults are planning civic sabotage with the seriousness of a military coup. The first operation was trash drift. Someone carried 3 bags of mixed waste across the street and left them near their compost station. Not in it, near it. Apparently that triggers a hesitation around organic responsibility penalty. Then their side retaliated by sending 2 teenagers to stand under our quiet hours sensor and fake laugh for 6 minutes.
6 minutes of fake teenage laughter! That violates the Geneva Convention and most dental plans!
It escalated from there. We started baiting jaywalks. Someone would wave politely from our side like, "Come on, you can cross," while another person stood near the signal camera waiting to report them for premature pedestrian confidence. They answered by walking dogs past our entrance and letting them perform unstructured pavement expression.
That is a beautiful way to say dog crime!
Yesterday was the worst. Our block organized a wholesome dinner in the courtyard to boost community warmth. Long tables, soup, elderly residents, children drawing chalk hearts, the whole thing. Halfway through, their side projected fake argument audio from an upper window. Just voices yelling, "You never listen," and "This soup is symbolic of our marriage." The system thought our event had conflict leakage and cut our multiplier.
Weaponized fake divorce over soup! I hate how much I respect that!
We retaliated by placing a very sad chair in front of their building.
Define sad chair.
Old office chair, 1 wheel missing, damp cushion. We positioned it under their civic camera with a handwritten sign saying, "Nobody came back for me." The system flagged the area for environmental neglect and emotional debris.
That is not sabotage. That is public art with casualties.
Now nobody trusts anyone. We have lookouts, bin guards. A woman from our building got accused of fraternizing because she accepted a parcel from their side without visible reluctance. My neighbor has started wearing neutral colors so cameras cannot assign him a district mood. I just wanted cheaper lighting benefits, Ghost. Now I am in a compost Cold War.
That is the city in miniature. Give people points for being decent, and within a week, they invent trash espionage.
The worst part is, we are winning.
Of course you are.
We moved into first this morning after their block lost 200 points for coordinated pettiness indicators. Everyone cheered, then immediately argued about who deserved credit for the sad chair.
Perfect! Victory ate itself before lunch.
Yeah, I think we need help.
You need many things, but help is ambitious.
Fair.
Here is my advice. Keep the chair. Retire undefeated. Once a neighborhood war reaches symbolic furniture, you are already operating above city management's emotional reading level.
I hate that this makes sense.
That is how you know it belongs here. Appreciate the call.
Thanks, Ghost.
There you go, Echelon. 7 days into civic gamification, and the citizens have rediscovered tribal warfare through recycling metrics. History does not repeat. It just gets an app and starts charging for premium fog.
Sirens sing through the wet black street. Blue light drips from the towers like blood from chrome. The city don't raise kings, it breeds scars. And I wore mine like gold.
Cyber Radio
2610.
I came up with a corner cams, watch harder than the mothers do. With every handshake got a price and every promise came with something due. Steel toe knives and plastic saints, cracked halos and a liquor glow. Kids learn fast to hide their fear or feed it to the ones below. We ran through alleys breathing smoke from vents that coughed out company heat. The rich looked down through mirrored glass while hunger fought us in the street. Gold on my neck, dirt on my name, static stitched into my skin. I was 15 when I learned the law, if you got no force, you don't get in. This city burns the weak, the city buys the strong. The city teaches boys to kill, then I swear they were wrong. We built our kingdom under glass, under drones, under rain, under towers full of people who never learned our pain. From dead end blocks to burning cars, from alley deals to gunshot sparks. We were ghosts before we had a grave. Hearts beneath neon Mars. My brother moved that synth and dust to clubs where angels came to drown. Red lips, chrome heels, dead out men in tailored suit from uptown. Everybody smiling with a knife, everybody flirting with a threat. One bad word and somebody vanished, one late payment and the floor got wet. Knew a girl with silver teeth, soft voice, hard cold inside the veins. She kissed like mercy, light like weather, left my head lit up with flames. One day we'll get out of here, leave these rats to fight for scraps. But dreams get sold in District 9 and hope gets taxed in data traps. The city strips your name, the city counts your sins. Unless you touch the velvet rope, then sends the hounds back in. We built our kingdom under glass, under drones, under rain, under towers full of people who never learned our pain. From dead end blocks to burning cars, from alley deals to gunshot sparks. We were ghosts before we had a grave. Black hearts beneath neon Mars. I watched a man get turned to profit on the screen above the train. Face blurred out, blood edited clean, sold back as public safety gain. That was when the wire snapped inside. That was when the cold got real. Not when I first had a loaded gun, but when I stopped pretending I could feel. Now I walk like the block holds me breath, talk like thunder wrapped in rust. Even love around here comes armed, even loyalty learns to adjust. Brain on the hood, cash in the boot, knife in the sock, truth in the bruise. One eye on the street, one hand on the wheel, one prayer to nothing, one hunger too real. We built our kingdom under glass, under drones, under rain, under towers full of people who never learned our pain. From dead end blocks to burning cars, from alley deals to gunshot sparks. We were ghosts before we had a grave. Black hearts beneath neon Mars. Yeah, we built our kingdom under glass, but glass was made to break. And every saint above this town got blood beneath the paint. So let the skyline choke on smoke, let the gold decay in dark. The gutter made me what I am, a wolf with a neon heart. Now the night train groans like an animal through the bones of the city core. And somewhere a child still learns the same old lesson I did before. Nobody's coming, nobody cares. So stand up mean or disappear.
All right, let's see what else the city has unlocked this week, besides shame, fraud, and the sudden urge to weaponize furniture. Commuter baiting now officially classified as civic interference. Transit authorities have issued warnings after a rise in citizens deliberately provoking point loss incidents on public transport. Common tactics include fake yawning near morale scanners, dropping coins near queue lines to test patience, and whispering, "This tram smells like failure," just loud enough to trigger mood disruption penalties. One commuter claims she lost 30 points after saying, "I agree," too aggressively during a stranger's argument. Officials remind riders that baiting is prohibited unless performed by licensed engagement consultants. School playground economy collapses after forged badge scandal. Several schools across Echelon have suspended visible civic rankings after children began trading counterfeit focus, respect, and indoor calm badges in bathrooms, stairwells, and one extremely tense puppet theater. Teachers became suspicious when 12 students all claimed platinum listening status during the same history lesson while clearly ignoring everything. The scandal peaked when one 9-year-old attempted to buy silence from another child using 3 fake posture tokens and a half-eaten protein cube. Economists describe this as adorable market failure. Family intervention held for man who reached diamond courtesy. In Sector 11, relatives staged a private intervention after 34-year-old Tomas Venn achieved diamond courtesy and immediately became impossible to live with. Family members say he began narrating his own acts of kindness, thanking chairs before sitting, and pausing arguments to say, "I want to honor the emotional traffic in this room." His sister reportedly threw a cushion at him and lost 12 domestic harmony points. Tomas has agreed to reduce visible virtue output pending further review. Rogue Badge app vanishes with thousands of fake achievements. Black market civic enhancer Ghost Rank disappeared from the grid overnight after selling forged achievements, streak insurance, and rented platinum profiles to desperate users. Victims report losing money, personal data, and in several cases their original shame baseline. One man paid for a fake top 2% neighbor badge and woke up listed as potentially decorative. Authorities say users should only trust official city scoring systems because apparently irony has also been deregulated. Biotech Eel Advisory Board update. The bioluminescent eel accidentally elected to the Waterfront Improvement Board has now missed 3 meetings, but remains the most popular member in public polling. Supporters praise its silence, gentle glow, and refusal to use phrases like stakeholder journey. A motion to remove the eel failed after citizens argued that, unlike previous board members, it has not yet approved a luxury parking atrium over a playground. The eel's office released no statement, which increased trust by 6%. Funeral service introduces grief combo protection. After several mourners complained about losing streaks due to late laughs, numb expressions, or insufficiently tearful blinking, Eternal Rest Platforms has launched Grief Guard, a premium overlay that protects bereavement combos during emotionally complicated ceremonies. Users can now bank up to 3 inappropriate smiles, 1 accidental joke, and 5 seconds of blank staring before penalties apply. The company calls it mourning with flexibility. Ghost calls it spiritually ill with a payment processor. There you go! Trains are full of trap yawns. School children have invented badge crime. One man became too polite for family life, and an eel is currently outperforming elected officials by doing absolutely nothing. Honestly, put the eel in charge. At least when it ruins the waterfront, it will look magical doing it. Stay with me. We will be right back after this, assuming my courtesy score does not fall through the floor and open a basement full of consultants.
Stay locked. We will be right back after this.
Do you miss the sound of birds, but hate the inconvenience of nature? Try Skychirp Premium, Echelon's leading artificial bird ambience service. For only 19 credits a month, our rooftop speaker drones fill your morning with authentic synthetic birdsong, generated from extinct species, corporate jingles, and legally safe approximations of hope. Choose from relaxing soundscapes like dawn over somewhere else, forest you can't afford, and seagulls fighting near a luxury hospital. Upgrade to Skychirp Family and unlock educational bird facts for children, including, this animal used to exist outside, and, now, honey, the real ones were not subscription-based. Skychirp Premium. Because nature is gone, but licensing remains at your service.
Line 2, you are live. Tell me the leaderboard walked into your personal life wearing shoes.
Yeah, mine is dating. Or, well, was dating. I got dumped because of score volatility.
Romantic already.
We had been seeing each other for almost 2 months. Nothing dramatic. Dinner, messages, a few sleepovers. All the normal early relationship stuff where everyone pretends they are relaxed while secretly analyzing punctuation. Then this civic score thing rolled out. And at first, we both joked about it, like, oh no, I lost 3 points for impatient elevator posture. Stupid stuff like that. But then he started caring. Not instantly, gradually. He began checking scores after dates. Not mine at first, his own. Then both. Then our compatibility behavior trend. That was the phrase. Our dates started feeling like co-op missions where the romance was optional, but the performance review was mandatory.
Nothing gets the heart racing like mutual analytics.
Exactly. Last Friday, we went to a restaurant. I thought it was nice. He held the door for 3 strangers on the way in, not because he is kind, because he saw a scanner above the entrance. During dinner, he kept choosing emotionally sustainable menu options because the app said couples with low-impact meals had better public harmony retention. I ordered fried noodles, and apparently that caused Indulgence asymmetry.
Fried noodles destroying love. A classic tragedy.
It got worse. I laughed too loudly at the waiter's joke and gained points for social warmth, but he lost points for reaction lag. Then he overcorrected and started laughing at everything. The candle, the water jug, a child dropping a spoon. Just this horrible, polite laugh every 40 seconds, like a man being held hostage by manners. After dinner, his app gave us a shared civic pairing summary. It said I had high spontaneous engagement, but unstable score texture. He had strong consistency, but low delight flexibility. We stood outside the restaurant reading that like two idiots letting a menu receipt evaluate our souls.
Low delight flexibility is a devastating insult from a pocket rectangle.
I know. Then he got quiet. The next day, he sends me this long message saying he really values our time, but my public score swings create uncertainty around long-term harmony scaling. He said he needs a partner with steadier civic alignment. Then, and this is the part that nearly killed me, he attached a screenshot of his dating app filter. Minimum silver stability, bronze or higher conflict diffusion, no unresolved transit penalties.
He broke up with you using hiring criteria.
Yes, like I was applying to be his assistant manager. I called him and asked if he was serious, and he said he did not want to punish authenticity, but he had to protect his couple streak. He is trying to qualify for Harmony Lounge access. Apparently, couples above a certain average score get cheaper restaurants, better seating, and priority therapy if they break up politely.
Priority therapy for people who already failed beautifully.
I said, "So you are dumping me for a lounge?" He said that was reductive. I said, "Good, I am reducing you." Then I hung up, which cost me 8 points for abrupt emotional exit.
Worth every point.
That is what bothers me. I am angry, obviously, but I am also embarrassed because part of me checked my score afterward. I wanted to know how bad it looked. And then I got mad at myself for caring. I spent half an hour doing calm breathing exercises so the app would stop calling me romantically volatile. I had just been dumped by a man trying to min-max dinner reservations, and somehow I was still trying to win back points.
That is the infection. They make the stupid measurement humiliating, then make humiliation measurable.
Exactly. And now he is posting on the grid about choosing alignment over chemistry. People are praising him. One comment said, "Boundaries are beautiful when data-backed." I wanted to chew glass.
Reasonable. Possibly nutritious compared to that sentence.
The worst part is, I miss who he was before he started playing. He used to be funny, messy, late sometimes. He once got lost for 20 minutes trying to find a cafe that was directly in front of him. Now he says things like shared efficiency and emotional score drag. It is like the city turned him into a spreadsheet wearing aftershave.
That is not a breakup. That is a software casualty.
Yeah, I think so.
Listen, anyone who leaves you over score volatility was already one update away from becoming furniture. You did not lose a partner. You escaped a man who thinks love should come with a dashboard and quarterly benefits.
That helps more than it should.
Good. And for the record, fried noodles are not indulgence asymmetry. They are proof you still have blood in your body.
Thank you, Ghost.
Anytime! Go tank your score with dignity. Laugh too loud. Order badly. Love like the app has allergies.
I might.
Do! Harmony Lounge sounds like a waiting room for people who kiss by calendar invite.
Cyber Radio.
2610.
So there it is, Echelon. 1 week into civic gamification, and the city has not become kinder, calmer, or more civilized. It has become a daycare fight with analytics. That is the thing about turning life into a game. People play it. Not beautifully, not morally. They min-max it. They cheat, they bait, they farm points from grief, romance, recycling, commuting, and whatever dignity was still crawling around under the furniture. Give a human a score, and within 7 days, they will either worship it, fake it, sell it, or use it to ruin someone across the street. And the city will call that engagement. That is the funniest part. Echelon did not invent better citizens. It invented competitive insecurity with badges. A man helps an old lady cross the road and immediately checks his kindness combo. A child reports his own grandmother for inefficient listening posture. A couple breaks up because love had poor score stability. Somewhere, a glowing eel is outperforming public officials by saying nothing. And honestly, that may be the only hopeful news tonight. This is what happens when numbers replace judgment. You stop asking, was that decent? And start asking, did it count? That is how the machine wins. Not by crushing you, by making you proud of your cage because it has a leaderboard. But here's the crack in the glass. Real life is terrible at staying ranked. It yawns on trams. It laughs at funerals. It orders fried noodles when the app wants virtue soup. It throws sad chairs into neighborhood wars and somehow invents art. Humanity is stupid, spiteful, messy, horny, tired, and wonderfully difficult to measure. That is our best feature. That is why every system built to reduce us eventually looks like a clown trying to arrest weather. So if your score dropped this week, congratulations. Maybe you are still alive in there. If you lost a streak, maybe you gained a pulse. And if the city rewards you for being acceptable, be careful. That is usually when they have found the part of you easiest to sell. I am Ghost Static, still unauthorized, still scoreless, still proud to be a civic disappointment with good microphone discipline. Good night, Echelon. Break a streak, fake a badge, laugh too loud. And if the leaderboard asks who you are, give it the wrong name. You can find a copy of this show on YouTube. You can also write in at cyberradio2610@proton.me. Leave a rating wherever you are listening and share the show with friends, family, gamer circles, exes, rivals, and any child currently outranking you in public decency, especially the children. Their confidence needs weather damage. I'm out.